Justin Falcinelli, Clemson's center, not likely to be able to go today after getting hurt in practices.
Well, which obviously makes a difference. That unit up front starts to communicate. Good players go out. It's tough to fill that void. The good thing is you got a quarterback you trust now. And Trevor Lawrence, Reese talked about him getting him out of good plays. This is sick. The anticipation level and the no fear. Most freshmen, watch this anticipation. He throws this, Kirk, 7 yards. He takes 7 steps after the fact, a 20-yard strike down the field. That's not a freshman.
Right.
And most freshmen don't attempt that pass, more or less complete it. This is the element of the Clemson offense that's different. They can attack down the field, bombs away, more space. Look at that. No separation on the throw. Throw the receiver open for the deep ball. He catches it. Now he's got separation because it was a great pass. And this is just silly. This is video game-esque. He checked this before the play. Look at Reese, talking about what you're talking about, checking the play, get him in the right play, make sure everybody knows who they're getting. Roll to your left, set it up, square your shoulders up, and throw a BB, a daggum dart, right on the money to his wide receiver. This guy is showing you why Dabo Swinney made the decision that he did to start Trevor Lawrence. The ceiling for this cat is as high as you can possibly imagine. This is why Clemson is the second best team in the country, and this offense is humming.
And that's why when they made that decision, it had everything to do with looking back to the Alabama game last year as much as what was happening this year. And Brandon Streeter, their quarterback coach, doesn't get talked about enough. He has a lot to do with the development and what we've seen from Trevor Lawrence. This Florida State defense, as Florida State has not had a great year with Willie Taggart, they still have athletes, and they still create a lot of problems for an offensive line because Harlan Barnett, their new defensive coordinator coming over from Michigan State, does a good job of mixing things up. Watch 21 there, the 3 technique, move to the outside, Marvin Wilson. They bring the linebackers, which gets the guard's attention. These are some of the issues you got to worry with. The guard moves back to the inside. Now you got 2-on-1 to the outside, and Marvin Wilson's able to get home. So on 3rd down, Trevor Lawrence, and David just showed you how in tune he is. He's got to be ready for pass protection. They got corners that can play him man-to-man. They leave him on islands. Levante Taylor's been around, played a lot of football, has a ton of confidence. They got to be able to match up and be able to hold down some very talented Florida State Clemson wide receivers. And then Brian Burns, his bend, his quickness, his athletic ability, and knowledge and awareness. He can't get to the quarterback. You know what he can do? Get to the ball. He's a veteran guy that's been around and as quick as anybody in the ACC, maybe the country, at getting to the quarterback. So, to me, this is where Lawrence has got to use what he's learned in these first few starts. Find the one-on-one matchups because on the outside, T. Higgins and his size, Justin Ross and his size against Taylor in these corners on islands, I see Lawrence making big plays through the air, getting the ball out of his hands. I like Clemson. They're going to be challenged, but I like them to win today.
I agree that they will be challenged. I think that Florida State's defense will be the most athletic defense he's seen as a starter so far, and I think they will get after Clemson's offense. But I'm really concerned with Florida State's offense, especially the offensive line going against Clemson's front 7. I think that's going to be the key today to Clemson's victory. I think Trevor's going to play well, but I think Clemson's defense is going to get after the Seminoles offense, create some turnovers, give Trevor Lawrence and that offense a short field. Travis Etienne may have a big game too. And so I got Clemson in a real dogfight up there in Tallahassee.